With a cover like this, you know I'm going to say BAMF. Now it smells like farts a whole bunch of times. So get ready. My name is Dorian. This is SCN Comics. We are continuing our coverage of Uncanny X-Men with number 3. So the story starts off in Grey Malcolm Prison, where we see Professor Xavier is being held. So yes, this answers the question. Professor Xavier is Prisoner X. Like, we already know that. And he's saying to himself, because who else is going to say it to, that it takes a lot of training to be in that place and him not go crazy. But then all of a sudden he hears a voice, and he knows that it's Sarah. And he is scared to death because he's like, how? This is impossible. And she's like, no, it's not impossible. And I'm going to find your children and I'm going to deal with them. As she cuts him on the neck. So then we cut to Louisiana, about 4:25 in the morning. Rogue wakes up. She's thinking to herself, and she's next to Remy. And she gets up, wraps only a blanket around herself, and walks downstairs. And Logan's already downstairs, and he's already drinking. And he's like, I put on a pot. And she goes, isn't it kind of early for tequila? And Logan's like, I'm about 4 decades late, actually. So Rogue's like, so what you been doing? And he was like, I was checking on the kids. And she was like, oh, it's very thoughtful of you. He goes, no, I was checking on the kids. And Rogue's like, okay, what you got? So he's like, the dude that punched him is pretty much the most normal sleeping dude out of the whole bunch. The girl with the watch sleeps all kinds of wild. When I looked at the picture, I was like, yep, sleeps like my kids. My kids sleep wild as hell. Horse girl is with her horse in the barn, and Logan's like, I didn't have the heart to move her. And Japanese kid, let's not even say where he's at. So Rogue's like, I'm glad you found all that out. And then she looks down, she sees his bag, and she goes, oh, you're leaving. And obviously Logan and her starts arguing on why he shouldn't leave and why he should leave. But I mean, 90s X-Men, this is what Logan did. He did all the time. He be with the team, he leaves the team. Be with the team, leaves the team. Like, this is a normal protocol. So Logan leaves, because that's what Logan does. And the people that own the place actually ring the, would it be dinner bell if it's morning? Let's just say meal bell. Get everybody together. And the man of the house says there are 3 rules. Everybody does chores, everybody cooks, everybody cleans. Plain and simple. And he goes, this is my wife and daughter. You treat them poorly, we gonna have some words. And Rogue is looking at his daughter like, that girl. And he cuts her off quick and is like, my daughter will have no letters on her clothing. In other words, no X's. So then we go back to Grey Malcolm, where the heifer is freaking out. She's like, Captain, you're trying to tell me that we have one of the most sophisticated AI security systems ever conceived, and that Swamp Hag just walked into a cell and we didn't notice at all? And then the old guy just chimes in and goes, the children. She's going to murder the children. So now we go back to Louisiana, where they made a very, very, very makeshift danger room. And Rogue's like, now we're going to see what you got. You got to get this belt that's being carried by, and all I hear is a BAMF. So it smells like farts. And Horse Girl's like, it's a goblin. And I'm thinking to myself, man, that's a little harsh, ain't it? He looks nothing like Norman Osborn. So he does another BAMF, and now he's on top of the danger room, or the makeshift danger room. So now the whole area smells like farts. And he's like, catch me if you can. So Watch Girl is named Sophia Jitter, and she stutters. Like myself. So I am definitely a stutterer. And she's thinking back when she was in school, and she's talking in Malaysian, or she's from Malaysia, so translations in Malaysian as she's thinking back. And the teacher's like, all right, we're doing an exam, it's going to take about 3 hours. Little girl raises her hands like, teacher, I'm already done. So because of that, some mean girls beat her up in the bathroom because they say she's making them look bad. And I guess her power, she can do anything for 1 minute. So she taught herself how to be a kickboxer, and she beat the bejesus out these girls. And the main mean girl, yeah, she don't walk no more. But she is sorry about that. So Ransom, I called him Random last time, it's Ransom, grabs Nightcrawler and it's like, I got you, furry. And Nightcrawler's like, I think you were trying to be mean about that. But then he bamfs, so now Ransom smells like farts. And he's like, but I like it. They have really good parties. So this dude's from Argentina. he comes from money, but he was born without a heart. And I guess this aspect made his parents just not like him because he's weird. And I guess when he got kidnapped, his parents would not pay the ransom, which pissed off the kidnappers. So they shot him 14 times. But the bullets just passed right through him and made him stronger. And he beat up his kidnappers, threw one right out the window. So now it's Horse Girl's turn, and she is trying her damnedest to catch Nightcrawler. He's bamping everywhere, so whole outside now smells like farts. Now, she explains how she also comes from money too, and her own mom was kind of strict and mean, a little bit crazy. She got abused. And she woke up, the bar's on fire, and she saved one horse. And then she's like, yeah, can you tell the help to give me some lemonade? I'm thinking to myself, like, you didn't hear the rules? You get your own lemonade, rich girl. So Kurt bamps again, so now it smells like farts. And he's right next to the Japanese kid. And his Japanese kid starts using his powers and scares the bejesus out of Kurt. Now, he's choking the mess out of Kurt. But he also explains when he was born, he had a umbilical cord wrapped around his throat. So he was stillborn. They revived him. He died 3 more times that night, and they revived him 3 more times. After that, he would die and he would revive himself. It's crazy. And he says when he's dead, he dreams about living. When he's alive, he dreams about death. And he's always got company. Ghosts around him all the time. So he's pretty much the Japanese version of the Sixth Sense kid. All we need is Bruce Willis. So he is still choking out Kurt. And finally, Rogue steps in, punches the bejesus out of him. It's like, let go of my brother. Because yes, that's the thing. So after all that commotion's over with, Horse Girl picks up the belt and goes, I guess this means I won. So now we cut to Wolverine. He got a lift from a trucker and he told him to take him to the woods. And the trucker's like, most people don't know that Louisiana's 50% woods. So when you say take you to the woods, it's a broad statement. So the dude drops him off and is like, sorry about your bike getting burned up. And Wolverine's like, it happens. So he walks to this river and all of a sudden he goes, why don't I smell you? And she goes, because I don't want you to. And he's like, why can't I hear you? Again, she says, because I don't want you to. So he's like, well, guess we gotta go ahead and do this. He pops his claws. And the swamp hag, Sarah, jumps out of nowhere and attacks Wolverine and is able to stop his claws. And she actually cuts him. And she lets him know that her nails are made from the melted down blades of murderers. I guess she calls it somber steel. Anyway, she is getting into Wolverine's ass. And Wolverine finally gets a strike on her. And she's like, don't you have like a catchphrase or something like that? And he's like, not dead yet. Me personally, I thought it was, I'm the best at what I do, and what I do is not really nice. And she goes, not quite Avengers Assemble now, is it? And she just starts getting into Wolverine again. And for somehow, some way, Rogue can sense all this going on. And she like stumbles over. And they're like, what's wrong? And she's like, it's Wolverine. He's dying. He's dying. Now, if you want to support the channel, you heard me say the phrase, BAMF. Now it smells like farts. Well, it's not just a phrase anymore. Now we have merchandise. What the hell's wrong with you? Like, are you seriously trying to sell that? You know what? I'm tired of you. BAMF. Why would you do that? Good Lord. Whew. That is comic book accurate. That's what you get, you big-headed son of a BAMF. It's not even my universe. Why would you do that? Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Kurt be so proud of you right now. Purchase your BAMF, now smells like farts, merchandise today. Links in the description. BAMF. Whew. That does stink.